Shut up and sit down.
So today I'm going to be talking about the time that I exposed my ex-boyfriend to all of his friends. So I was about 15 at the time. We honestly didn't date for very long, but it was enough to humiliate him. And do I feel bad about it? You'll see, he kind of deserved it. He also dated my friend for a year beforehand, but we were so young, I would never do that now. That's just ridiculous. But back then, I feel like you didn't even have real feelings. Like, she didn't even care, or like, we all hung out. It was so weird. I asked her permission, obviously. I never would have done that if she wasn't okay with it, and I knew she wasn't just pretending to be okay with it. Like, she was totally fine with it. She had another boyfriend. We used to all hang out as... Anyways, it was weird. I need to have a sip before I continue this. So one day, while we were dating, I saw that, I will call him George. So I saw that George and this girl that went to my high school who was a year younger, I didn't really know her, were talking about me on his wall. And it was mostly him driving the conversation. He was complaining about something I was doing. To be honest, I probably gave him a bit of a hard time because he was just a dumb guy, would do dumb things because he just didn't think. But anyways, I had nothing against this girl. More so that she was responding to it publicly about the girl you're apparently dating. And he was saying, my girlfriend's being a bitch, this and that. And like, dude, you know I'm going to see it. I don't know if it was on purpose. Didn't really matter. Honestly, at this point, I was dating him for like 2-3 weeks and I was getting tired of this. But, so I bitched him out. Honestly, I don't even think I said anything about her. I had nothing against her, but I was like, what the hell are you doing? You're talking about me on your wall, like, to another girl. What? Use your mind. 2 seconds. Use your mind. You will know that that's not going to result in something good. I didn't know that this girl, because I didn't really know who she was, I didn't know that this girl was the sister of the one girl who was actually tough in my school. She was a year older than me. This girl was scary looking. Like, I'm 5 feet. This girl was probably about 5'10", and she was 300 pounds or more. She had like this short hair, and she had been kicked out of another school for, or maybe that was a rumor, but anyways, apparently she was kicked out of another school for like beating up a girl and hanging her by her sweater. So this girl goes up to me out of the blue. I'm with George and his ex-girlfriend, who was my friend, and a few people at the restaurant across the street from our school. So this scary girl comes up to me and goes, I don't think I've ever spoken to her in my life. She goes, "Yo, midget, I heard you talking shit about my sister." I didn't even know who her sister was, and honestly, even that wall, even if I knew that was her sister, I wouldn't have even put 2 and 2 together because I really didn't say anything about this girl. And I'm like, I was just shocked. I just looked back, and she's like, "If you fucking talk about my sister again, I swear I will break both of your legs, blah, blah, blah." She just keeps going and going. Okay, I could act tough, but not to a girl who is triple my size. No joke, triple my weight. And she just keeps going, and I'm like, I was actually trying to understand. I'm like, I was shaking because this girl could have killed me. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I really didn't. You were talking shit to George, this and that, and I looked at him, and he just stood there, looking, watching, didn't say a word, didn't try to defend me, didn't say that's not even true, which it wasn't. And I'm looking at him, and she just keeps going, and leaves, gives me a warning, and leaves. He didn't say a word to her. He didn't defend me. And he talked shit about me to the girl, saying that I called her a bitch, which I never did. So I decide, I'm never talking to this guy again. Like, waste of my time. So I did not. I decided to cut all ties with him. I did not respond to any calls that he gave me. I didn't look his way. And he was calling and calling and calling me, did not respond, did not say a word, when I decided that I'm going to cut him off and that I'm never going to talk to him again. I guess to save himself from embarrassment, he told everyone in the school that I got a restraining order against him, and people were coming up to me asking me if that was true. So lockers went alphabetically, so our lockers were quite close to each other. If you have a restraining order, you cannot be within vicinity of somebody from a certain point. We had lockers that were quite close and we were still going to the same school. Why would I have a restraining order against him and still be within the near vicinity of each other? That makes no sense. I just ignored it. I still continued to avoid him. He would leave me voicemails every day, crying, listen, I just need to talk. No, that was it. I had no interest in him. I never wanted to talk to him again. After literally a month of ignoring him, he said, "That's it, I'm breaking up with you." I thought, dude, like, didn't you realize that that was already a thing? We haven't been talking for a month. I broke up with you the day that happened. So, in his mind, he broke up with me, even though it was obvious that I was never going to talk to him again. Fast forward about, maybe 6 months later, I decided, okay, you know what? I could be this guy's friend. Why not? You know what? We were friends beforehand. I don't even care. I didn't even really have feelings towards him. I think I had a new boyfriend at this time. We'll be friends. So I decided to meet him at the mall, near his place, with a bunch of his friends who I hadn't met before. And he was trying to act big. He was in basketball, so it was all people from his basketball team. And he was trying, you know what, I wasn't even going to bring up the fact that we were dating, but he decided to bring that up. And I was trying to just be nice, be cordial, just be friends, and he continued to say, remember when I dumped you, this and that, to his friends, trying to make it obvious that, oh, I'm the one missing you, and I'm just trying to get you back. And I said, George, that did not happen. He keeps going and going. I'm like, don't make me do this. Little did he know, I had one of the voicemails of his saved where he was crying, saying, Marlene, just please, just talk to me. I miss you so much. On and on and on. He keeps going about how he broke up with me and this and that. And I'm quietly waiting, listening. I decided to press play in front of all these people I had yet to really get to know. Put it on speaker. I said, I'm sorry, George, that it came to this point, but you made me do it. His friends were dying. They were laughing. And do I feel bad about it? Not really. I mean, the fact is, I didn't want to go there. You brought this on yourself. I will always defend myself. So that's the time I exposed my ex-boyfriend.